One is a lonely number. Welcome to Story Time with Pastor Deborah. All of us from the garden are so pleased you have come today and are joining us. Yes, many of the living creatures are here with us. Yes, they are friendly, and yes, they do talk. Yes, even the trees and the flowers want to say hello and welcome to you. And they are so happy that you have come to Eden for story time with Pastor Deborah. This story is one that spiritually begins to spiritually reveal to all of creation a heart of agape love and its deep desire to give itself to others and to reveal its fullness of itself, its glory and majesty. For one is a lonely number. The story begins in a long-forgotten age, a hidden and unseen kingdom from all, even from all of creation. The story begins in the deep heart of one who was full of so many wonders, so much wisdom, so much light, so much agape love. And yet, this one was only one. And one was a lonely number. One precious and righteous king who had discovered that one is a lonely number. A precious heart so full of agape love and so full of light that could bring forth life. But yet one who was lonely. For one is a lonely number. Lonely? How could that be? This guy had everything. Yes, he did. But he had discovered having everything, being full of light and life itself, having all joy and peace that was incomprehensible, full of mercy, compassion, forgiveness, patience, kindness, goodness, and would bear another's burdens and pains, full of eternal visions, purposes, desires for himself, a heart and soul full of faith and hope. Yet only he knew all this. Only he had himself to share himself with. For one is a lonely number. Only he knew he had a well of living water that would never run dry, and nothing to come and drink from his well of life, no one to share it with. A garden of life he wanted to plant, to nurture and grow. A garden where he could walk in, be in, and enjoy. A garden of light and life. But one is a lonely number. Beauty to give, beauty to share, beauty that would last for eternity. Yet, as long as he was only one, in his closet of self, one was a lonely number. He was light, always shining out, yet only shining out to himself in a world of nothingness, a world hidden in a closet of himself. Rays of glistening, shimmering colors of light, and their glory and majesty. But only he knew this. Only he saw this. Only he sharing with himself. Yes, one was a lonely number. A mighty king he was, living his life within himself, full of thoughts and dreams, full of hopes and desires, full of words, full of imaginations, full of light and color, a spirit full of power, eyes seeing in all directions, past, present, and the future. Ears hearing only his own thoughts, words playing before his face happily, always pleasing himself and bringing joy to his lonely heart. One who had everything and yet had nothing. For he discovered that a heart full of everything must overflow into others and be shared with others. For one was such a lonely number, and he was many, yet only one. So after spending what may have seemed like an eternity to him, with his own thoughts, words, feelings, ideas, visions of hope and a future, with his wisdom and understanding of all things, with his purposes inside of himself, he decided that one was truly a lonely number. He now understood that being alone was not his purpose, his vision, his best for himself. No, he decided to come out of his lonely world in the closet of himself. Out he would come, out into the vastness of nothingness. Out he would breathe his words of spirit and light that would bring life into the vastness of nothingness. He was going to come out of the closet, step out into nothingness, and release himself through the power of his spirit, which would take his words, his own thoughts out into nothingness and bring forth the light and life of the words of his heart. Yes, he had decided. One was a lonely number, and it was time to share himself, to bring forth all his creations, and to overcome the long years of eternity, of loneliness, of being just one. Until next time, always remember that one is a lonely number.